Hi, once again, this is from my YouTube channel and my website, globalmatters.us. And today's discussion is about uh, the droughts and the fire situation in California. Over the years, there has been a trend and it become a part of history and culture on the west coast of the United States of America that every year the land of the California coast is burned, people's property are burned down, people's houses, their belonging, they have to move and come back and rebuild every single year. And meanwhile, just on top of their country, the states, there's Washington, where it rains abundantly, almost like 9 months or maybe 10 a year, 9 months or 10 months a year is raining constantly. It's further north. So therefore, geographically speaking, and by way of maybe physics, that water is supposed to drain down when you look at the map of the United States of America. Now, another issue. In the Gulf of Mexico, every year from the end of the summer or maybe the beginning of the fall, there's these constant hurricanes that comes in and destructs. A lot of destruction in Florida, in Louisiana, in Texas, all around there, sometimes all the way down to the middle by the Mississippi River. So, we talk about global warming. The global warming cause floods. Global warming cause the ice cap to melt, and therefore for the sea to rise, the ocean to rise, and the water, the soil to be soaked, and the water just to come up. So therefore, for a little water, there's a flood. Okay. But why somewhere in the middle, in California, between Washington and maybe Mexico down here, or Florida down here, there is too much water, and the middle here has a drought? I've seen a lot of historical shows that have shown that the Mayan found a way to dig some cenotes or canals to irrigate the soil in order to bring about good agriculture. And California is a part of the basket, the bread basket of the United States of America, although it's more like on the elevation side. So it's not really in a plateau or maybe the middle, the central part of the country. But most of the corn and the oranges and strawberries and most things come from there. There's a drought constantly. What the whole country together is doing to put resources in order to take water to California to irrigate that part of the states that is always dried and burned. Canalization, dam, or by the way, why not creating some reservoirs throughout the states? Water that come from the ice cap from Montana and so dry down there. So instead of going down all the way to the Pacific Ocean or perhaps the Atlantic Ocean from Montana to the north to the south, branch it out a little bit to these reservoirs. The water that come, the excess water that can push inland from the Gulf of Mexico can also be redirected in these canalizations into these dry areas and get rid of the drought. Just a suggestion. So perhaps geography scientists, NOAA itself, geologists should look into this and find a solution, because I believe it's all a matter of money. The Great Deal saw the innovation of many things that we're still taking advantage of today. The Hoover Dam, the highway system, All these were built on the back of the Great Deal. We can take it further. One state out of 50 contiguous United States has a constant drought. 2 or 3 more states out of 50 contiguous states has constant flood. So drought, flood, drought, flood. Why not combine both and see what can come out of it? Maybe too much flood, too much water, push some to where it's too dry, there's no water, and there can be a balance. The United States will be better off. May God help us. May the science guide us.